So in our yesterday's class, we talked about several types of definitions related to carbohydrate. We learned what is glycosidic linkage. We learned what is hydrolysis. Apart from that, we learned that what are the different isomers like epimers, anomers, aldose ketose isomers, and BL isomers. Today we are going to learn more about polysaccharides. We studied that monosaccharides classification. We talked about different oligosaccharides, especially the disaccharide details we learned. Today the topic of discussion for us will be polysaccharides. So what do we mean by polysaccharides? As I told you, poly means many and saccharides means sugar unit. So polysaccharides can be further classified into two types, that is homopolysaccharides and heteropolysaccharides. So what is this homo and heteropolysaccharides? Homopolysaccharides are made up of same sugar unit. Okay, so same sugar unit. Let us take and talk and understand about one example. First example of homopolysaccharide that we are going to discuss is glycogen. So what is glycogen? Glycogen is basically the reserve food material of animals. Okay. Now where it is stored? It is mainly stored in muscle as well as in liver of the organization. How it is formed? Glycogen is mainly formed by approximately 30,000 glucose unit. So you can understand the length of glycogen. So 30,000 glucose connect with each other via a glycosidic linkage to form the glycogen. So glycogen, can we call glycogen as a macromolecule? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Because molecules of glucose are connected with each other to form a big molecule. So we can call it as a macromolecule. So these structures like big proteins, big carbohydrates, big lipids, we call them macromolecules because they are polymers of various subunits of monomers. Okay, now these glucose subunits are connected by glycosidic linkage. That part too we understood. I want to ask you one question. Do you think the three-dimensional structure of glycogen will be like a straight line like this, or it should coil somewhere?
Ma'am, coil.
So similarly, the structure is coiled to give a compact structure, obviously. Now, a few more information. Many of you must have studied about reaction of iodine on starch. You had one experiment of photosynthesis, isn't it? It was mentioned as
Yes,
an
ma'am.
activity. So can you tell me
Yes.
starch, in presence of starch, what, like if you add a few drops of iodine in starch, what will be the change in color?
Ma'am, a dark blue.
Dark blue. That is purplish color is there. In case of glycogen gives red color. With iodine. Okay. So I need to tell you a few things here. First of all, there is a process called glycogenesis. Glycogenesis means production of glycogen. Okay, so second is glycogenolysis. That means breakdown of glycogen. So let me tell you, beta, in our body, like if you see that in liver and muscle, it is present in the form of glycogen. And in blood, it is present in the form of glucose. So in our body, there is a mechanism in which if there is too much glucose, then the glucose is converted into glycogen. And if there is scarcity of glucose, then the glycogen is converted into glucose. So during this process, glycogenesis will be there, and here glycogenolysis is there. So this is the way the balance of glucose and glycogen in our body is maintained. If there is any problem, we call it diabetes. Diabetes insipidus. You studied about diabetes?
Yes, ma'am.
So what happens in diabetes?
Ma'am, glucose level increases where there is a decrease in secretion amount of insulin.
Very good. So there is a increase in glucose level in the blood. So glycogenesis process is not proper. That's why the glucose is increasing in the blood. Is this part clear to everyone?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
So then the next question is, who is responsible for digestion of glycogen? Glycogen is also digested by the enzyme called amylase. So glycogen to glucose is also done by enzyme called amylase. Okay. Now the next homopolysaccharide about which I wish to talk is known as starch. Is anyone have any doubt regarding glycogen?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
So starch, another homopolysaccharide, is the storage food material of plant. So let us see and you will tell me at the end of this part, while once I am done with the starch, you will tell me what are the similarities and what are the dissimilarities you found between starch and glycogen. So starch is also made up of glucose only. It is also made up of glucose connected by glycosidic linkage, and generally, as you know, which type of cell organelle stores starch? Who is going
Ma'am,
to tell
liver.
me? Yes, beta.
Ma'am, liver cell.
Starch liver cell. It's a storage food material of plant, beta.
Ma'am, plastid.
What plastid?
Ma'am, cell organelle आपने पूछा.
What plastid? Plastids are having types.
Chloroplast.
Chloroplastid store starch. Are you sure?
No, ma'am. Ma'am, 1 minute. Ma'am, leucoplast में amyloplast.
Nidhi was about to say something, but unfortunately, Nidhi, we cannot hear you. It is amyloplast which stores plastic. Stores starch as a plastic. Okay. If starch gets dark blue color, with iodine solution. If you add iodine solution in starch, it will give this color. Now, starch is a bit more complicated than the glycogen structure. In starch, the subunits are of two types. These two subunits are known as amylose and amylopectin. So let us understand what do we mean by amylose. So amylose is the soluble part of starch. The whole starch is not soluble in water, okay? So amylose is the soluble part of starch. So it is made up of what? Amylose is it's what I can say, it is unbranched part also. It is unbranched. As it is unbranched, it has only alpha 1,4 glycosidic linkage. Yesterday I explained to you what do we mean by alpha and 1,4. Okay. Second very important thing is amylose is made up of 200 to 2000 glucose unit. So 200 to 2000 glucose units are connected by alpha 1,4 glycosidic linkage to form the soluble part of starch, which is unbranched. So how does it look? If you have a look into amylose, you can see its structure like this, in which the glucose units are connected like the stars, and the amylose is coiled like this. Is it clear? The amylose makes 20 to 30% of starch. Out of this part of starch, it occupies the 20 to 30% of starch. Then most of the part of starch is occupied by what? It's occupied by amylopectin. So amylopectin is highly branched structure. And as it is highly branched, it is insoluble structure. It cannot be dissolved in water. And the number of subunit present here is also more. In this case, the number of subunit present is 2000 to 20,000 approximately. So you can understand the difference. And the bond that is connecting these subunits are alpha 1,4 and alpha 1,6 glycosidic linkage. So how does it look? If you look into the structure of amylopectin, it will look like this. Consider this starch as glucose subunit. Amylopectin will have structure like this. Now out of this, if you have a look, where branching is there between two subunits, that means from this is one branch is coming out. This link is known as alpha 1,6, where first carbon of a sugar and sixth carbon of a sugar is getting attached with each other. Whereas if you consider it like that, they are aligned in a straight line, sugars are aligned in a straight line. At that time, alpha 1,4 glycosidic linkage is operational. So as you see that amylopectin is composed of 70 to 80% of the starch. And as amylopectin is insoluble, that's why starch is generally insoluble in water. Is this part clear to you?
Yes, ma'am.
These are the two carbohydrates about which you should know in detail. But apart from that, there are other homopolysaccharides also, which are also made up of like same sugar units. One of them is cellulose. Cellulose is also a homopolysaccharide, and it is the most abundant carbohydrate in the world. Most abundant carbohydrate means वर्ल्ड में सबसे ज्यादा मात्रा में जो पाया जाता है कार्बोहाइड्रेट, दैट इज सेल्यूलोज. व्हाई? Because plant cell is composed of most of the part as cell wall, and that cell wall is made up of cellulose. That is why most abundant carbohydrate in the world, or rather to say most abundant organic substance also is cellulose. And it is present in the cell wall of plants. Animals do not have cellulose at any part of their body. This is made up of 6,000 glucose subunit, and these glucose subunits are connected by alpha 1,4 glycosidic linkage only. So cellulose is another example, made up of 6,000 glucose subunit, and they are not giving any color via iodine. So now who is going to tell me what is the similarity and dissimilarity in glycogen and starch? What were the similarity in starch and glycogen? First tell me. Any one of you? Kindly raise your hand. Yes, beta.
Ma'am, both glycogen and starch are the stored form of food, and both of them are composed of glucose.
Yes. So both of them are made up of glucose. That is one similarity. And both of them are storage carbohydrate. What is the difference between them? Who is going to tell? Yes, Ayushi.
Ma'am, glycogen is a stored form of food in animal cell, whereas starch is a stored form of food in plant cell. Glycogen in reaction with
Wait.
iodine gives
Other participants are raising hand. Let everyone speak. Someone else was raising hand too. Can you please raise hand once again? Yes, Kushi. Yes, Kushi, beta.
Ma'am, glycogen in reaction with iodine gives red color while starch gives dark blue color.
Very good. बेटा आप बोलेंगे देवांशी you raised your hand beta still
Yes, ma'am.
yes Devanshi बोलिए
Ma'am, glycogen has a branched structure while starch has both chain and branched components.
okay which one is more complex starch or glycogen
Starch.
starch is more complex very good yes Parv you want to say something
No, ma'am.
okay so that is all about homopolysaccharides now in case of heteropolysaccharide, I will give you a few examples. Most of them you didn't study before this, and you don't know about them. But slowly and gradually you will learn about them. First of them is peptidoglycan. This is something why I want to talk about this first because you know about it. What is peptidoglycan?
bacterial cell wall.
Bacterial cell wall. So it is made up of N-acetyl glucosamine and N-acetylmuramic acid, L-alanine, D-glutamine, and L-lysine, L-alanine. No need for you to remember the compositions. No one is going to ask you, but you should know that it is a type of heteropolysaccharide. Then you will be wondering, ma'am, आपने इतने सारे components बोले क्यों? I said so that you should understand this different types of molecules are connected to form this peptidoglycan. That's why we call it heteropolysaccharide. Another example of heteropolysaccharide is hemicellulose. Have you ever heard about it?
Yes, ma'am.
Where it
Yes,
is
ma'am.
present?
Ma'am, it is present in the form of matrix in cellulose layer
Of
plant cell.
good. Have you ever heard about this word pectin?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So where is it located? Perf?
And it's present in the cell wall.
Good. Next is chitin. Have you ever heard about this?
Yes, ma'am.
Chitin is located where?
Yes, ma'am.
Fungus cell wall.
cell wall.
Fungal cell.
In fungus
Next,
cell.
I am going to talk about agar-agar. Have you ever heard about it?
Ma'am, it is
somewhat jelly-like structure.
Yes, it is used to create artificial medium. In laboratories, the culture medium is created using this agar-agar because at high temperature it is liquid and at room temperature it solidified to give jelly-like structure. Apart from that, agar-agar is used as a jellifying agent in various food factories also. This is present in case of, this is present in the body of a type of algae, which is a marine algae, which is responsible to produce agar-agar. Agar-agar is also a type of heteropolysaccharide. Now, apart from that, there can be mucopolysaccharides, there can be hyaluronic acid. I am not talking much about them, but remember their names so that you should know when you study about them due to some other reference, you will be able to know, okay, they were heteropolysaccharides. So with this, yes, beta.
मैम लिग्निन आ सकता है हेटेरोपॉलीसेकेराइड्स
No,
में?
no, no, no. It's a type of heteropolysaccharide. Yes, it's a type of heteropolysaccharide, but it contain other substances also.
ओके मैम.
Anything else anyone wish to ask? Fat and lipid. So you heard about these two words called fats and lipid, and sometimes you may feel that these are synonyms, but they are not synonyms. Fats are a type of lipid. So it's not necessary that all lipids are fat. So without much ado, let us start with the topic lipid. So lipids can be classified into basically 4 types. One is simple lipid. Second one is complex or conjugated lipid. And the third one is known as cholesterol. Fourth one is known as steroids. You hear these words, that steroid and all, you don't know what they are. So today we are going to learn about each of them. So let us first understand what do we mean by simple lipid. So simple lipid are substance, it has only lipid. Other than lipid, no carbohydrate, no acid, no protein, nothing is there. It is made up of simply lipid. So we call them simple lipid. Okay. Simple lipids can be further subdivided into 2 types. These 2 types are fat which are made up of fatty acids and glycerol. And the second part is called wax. So wax is made up of fatty acid is there, but here in place of alcohol, glycerol is not there. There will be other alcohols than glycerol. So I wish to share with you the structure of fatty acids and how it is formed so that you can understand it. See, fatty acids are what? Can you tell me organic acids are having which functional group? You studied in grade 10. What is the acidic functional group? Class? Anyone out of you know what do we mean by fatty acid? Have you ever heard about any organic acids? You didn't study it in carbonated compound grade 10? Yes, Kanvi.
Carboxylic acid.
So it has what functional group?
COOH.
That's what I wanted to know. So fatty acid are nothing but the long chain organic acids. For example, here one fatty acid I wish to mention about C17H35. So you can understand how long carbon chain is that. And at the end there will be presence of C double bond OH. Second one is C17H33, and it also has C double bond OH, and the third one is same one. So why I am drawing same fatty acids twice? Because I am going to show with you that how they form bond. I told you that fats are made up of fatty acids and glycerol. So let us have a look into the structure of glycerol. This is how glycerol looks. Three carbon atoms. Okay, so how the bond is formed? Same removal of H2O. The way in glycosidic linkage to adjacent molecules, the H2O is removed. Same occur over here. So how the structure will be? So it will be C17H35 C double bond O C H. Understood? Can you people hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So
Yes.
this is what is the structure of fat. There can be oils also. The basic difference between fat and oil is fat is in room temperature, it is generally solid, and oils most of the time it is liquid. And this is how fatty acids and glycerols are bound with each other to form the fat. Is this part understood? I hope by everyone. Now we will look into the information that there can be various types of fatty acids. As I told you, they are long chain carboxylic acid. They may be saturated or unsaturated. What do we mean by saturated carbon compounds and unsaturated carbon compounds? Yes, Ayushi.
Ma'am, saturated compounds have single bonds, whereas unsaturated have double or triple bonds.
So same is applied with acids. For example, there are acids, fatty acids like stearic acid or palmitic acid. They are saturated, and there are acids called oleic, linoleic, linolenic, arachidonic. All of them are unsaturated fatty acids. Okay, so that is all about fats, and fatty fats are made up of fatty acids and glycerin. Now let us know about the wax. Wax should be made up of any alcohol other than glycerol. So let me tell you, bee wax. Let's talk about the bee wax. You know about bee wax? Have you ever heard about it?
No, ma'am.
Sure. किसी ने नहीं सुना है बीज वैक्स?
Ma'am, so
बोलो.
मैम नाम सुना है बट मतलब डिटेल में नहीं पता कुछ.
क्या है? नाम सुना होगा, उसके नाम में ही उसकी पहचान है.
मैम शायद कैंडल बनाने में यूज होता होगा.
वेरी गुड. कहाँ से मिलता है?
बी में से.
हनी बी के को मार के उसमें से ले लेते हैं.
यस मैम.
This is the wrong effect of staying in the city. You never know things. You never have opportunity to look into the nature. मधुमक्खी का छत्ता होता है, you know, honey bee hive. Have you ever heard about this?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
So honey bees
ma'am.
produce wax and they create their bee hives using this wax. And when like they leave this honey bee like bee hives, at that time from bee hives the wax is extracted. Understood? So here you can see this is palmitic acid. Don't worry, you don't have to remember the structures. I'm just drawing it for the reference so that you have rough idea about it. And this is a type of alcohol known as hexaconazole. So same procedure, H and OH will be removed. To give you the structure of beeswax, which is having formula like ये बहुत सारी कॉस्मेटिक्स इंडस्ट्री में भी यूज होता है. लेडीज जो लिपस्टिक यूज करते हैं, जो लिप बाम यूज करते हैं, लिपस्टिक और लिप बाम अगर जब बोलते हैं ना कि 100% वेजिटेरियन लिपस्टिक है या लिप बाम है, in that they add beeswax. Otherwise they sometimes add the fat obtained from animal sources. Understood?
Yes ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So apart from that, there is another wax. इससे कुछ याद आ रहा है wax जो हमारी लाइफ से like जुड़ा हुआ है? If you have like observed your own body very properly, you will be able to tell me. AD wax that is there in your body and we don't like it, we clean it. चलो इतना हिंट दे दिया मैंने. Anyone? सोचो सोचो. Yes, yes, Dhruvanshi.
Sweat.
Sweat is an waxy material. Do you think?
No, लेकिन आपने वो हिंट बोले ना.
हाँ, but
Ma'am.
Yes, beta.
Ma'am, pimples and acne.
Pimples and acne are wax.
No,
Do
ma'am,
you
but
think they are non-living?
due to oil gland they produce.
That you yourself is telling oil and now you are using the word wax.
Sorry, ma'am.
No, not sorry. I'm just saying that.
Ma'am,
Bolo.
ma'am, is it earwax?
Correct, Kushi. That is ear wax. It's having another name called cerumen. Cerumen. Let me write it down somewhere. So the example of this is beeswax.
Ma'am, which wax?
Beeswax, that too we discussed. Apart from that, that is cerumen. Cerumen is the ear wax. कान में से हम साफ करते हैं, नहीं साफ करें तो it may get deposited and let me tell you, अगर हम regularly साफ नहीं करें तो it may be hard and then you need to go to a ENT doctor to get it yourself clean. Apart from there is paraffin wax. पैराफिन वैक्स से आपकी मतलब उतनी परिचय नहीं होगी because you didn't went to school in grade 10 also, that's why maybe. But आपने कभी permanent slides देखा है लैब में?
No, ma'am.
बनानी नहीं पड़ती है, होता है directly, like you need to put it under microscope and see. So in that you have paraffin wax. But it's okay, you remember about beeswax and cerumen. क्योंकि ऐसे याद रखना possible नहीं है. Unless and until you correlate them with things, it is very difficult for you to remember about them. So with this we are done with the simple type of lipid. Now let us talk about the complex lipid. So what do we mean by complex lipid or conjugated lipid? Complex lipid or conjugated lipid means in this there will be presence of lipid plus something which is not at all related to lipid. So what are the examples? Let us know about examples. Can you give me example which is something which is present in the cell membrane?
Ma'am, phospholipid.
Very good, Yashvi. There is phospholipid. So what is phospholipid? Phospholipid is having phosphate plus lipid. So it is a conjugated lipid because it doesn't have only lipid, it has phosphate plus lipid. Okay. Anyone, anything else? That also you must have studied in cell chapter only.
Ma'am, glycolipids.
Very good. So it has glycolipid means carbohydrate plus lipid. Okay. Now next is lipoprotein. Can from this name you understand something? We heard that lipoprotein layer कहाँ present रहता है, बोलो.
Ma'am, gram negative bacterial cells.
Very good, very good. I am proud of you children, huh? Really. So lipoprotein मतलब क्या होगा? Protein plus lipid.
Lipid plus
Lipid.
protein.
Lipid.
देखो वो जो टर्मिनोलॉजीज हम तब पढ़े थे अब कितना क्लियर हो जा रहा है हमारे लिए. Fourth is cutin. क्यूटीन के बारे में I don't know, but you should have studied in grade 9 tissue chapter. Cutin layer is present in plant. It is a waxy substance which like prevent water loss in plant. Plants के कुछ part में एक wax जैसा coating रहता है. That is called cutin. And there is another thing. It is also present in plant.
Suberin.
Suberin. हाँ. So these two are present in the plant cell. So all of them are conjugated or complex lipid. Okay. Now, actually, we will talk about cholesterol and steroids. Generally, they are produced from other substance. So sometimes we tell them about the derived lipid. That means they are produced from something else. So cholesterol, I hope everyone know where is cholesterol present. Cholesterol के बारे में तो बड़ी-बड़ी कहानियां हैं. Cholesterol is present in. Have we studied it anywhere?
Yes, ma'am. Cell membrane में lipid bilayer के में होता है.
Animal
Inner
cell के
Inner.
cell membrane. To be very precise. Animal cell के cell membrane में बहुत सारा percentage में cholesterol होता है. Not in plant cell. Okay. And cholesterol is also known for the blockage of the arteries and vein. So किसी भी इंसान की बॉडी में अगर कोलेस्टेरॉल ज्यादा हो गया तो obviously blood is like a pipeline जिसके थ्रू blood flow हो रहा है, blood vessels के थ्रू. उसमें if there is barrier, there are chances of cardiac diseases like heart attack and breakage of the artery or brain or something like that. So cholesterol is also a type of lipid. Now, what is steroid? Okay, steroid is basically a lipid without fatty acid. So steroid is a lipid without fatty acid. So how they look? Cholesterol is also a type of steroid. You can call that cholesterol is a type of steroid. Steroids are having a typical structure which is called steroidal moiety. It is having a ring like this. I will roughly draw it better because as structures are not part of your syllabus, but drawing it so that you should be able to like talk about it. If like you should be able to identify it if you look into it. Four 6-membered rings are attached in this manner. I am not drawing the bond. I am not drawing the atoms because if we want to go into detail, there will be double bond. There will be different types of structure, and the last ring is like this. So this is called steroidal moiety or the basic structure of steroid. In this steroid, different atoms present at different position as side chain. In the side chain of different substances, different types of atoms are present to produce different types of steroid. All 6 hormones, which is the male sex hormones responsible for sexual character in male?
Testosterone.
Testosterone. It is a steroid. Sterone. Even for females, what are the female sex hormones?
Progesterone and
Progesterone
and
Very
estrogen.
good. Apart from that, there are vitamins also. For example, argosterol is a vitamin. और steroids के बारे में हम कहाँ सुनते हैं बहुत ज्यादा.
Ma'am, in medicine use.
हाँ, so for what purpose?
मैम आई थिंक वेट गेन हो जाता है वो भी स्टेरॉइड की वजह से होता है.
हो सकता है. और actually steroids can be used as a medicine, but they should not be used too much. Steroids are generally used for relieving pains. बट कोई कोई इंसानों को आदत रहती है कुछ भी हो जाए पेन किलर, थोड़ा सा भी कुछ हो जाए पेन किलर, then that will act as a side effect and those people get the weight. Apart from that, steroids can be used to enhance the performance in athletes. Doping test किया जाता है, मसल्स को एक्सटेंड मतलब ज्यादा फुला हुआ, ज्यादा वॉल्यूमिनस बॉडी दिखाने के लिए भी स्टेरॉइड्स की यूज होती है, ठीक है?
Yes, ma'am.
So, but all, let me tell you, all of these are having very bad side effects and one should never go for steroid. Prolonged use of it is very hazardous. Okay. Now, last thing I wish to talk about lipid is there are fatty acids which are called essential fatty acid. What do we mean by essential fatty acid? Yes, Ayushi, you have a question, beta?
Ma'am, we learn about sterols, so it is related to steroid.
Steroid, same cheese.
No, ma'am, sterols.
Sterols. ROL, you mean to?
Yes, ma'am.
There are types of steroids.
Okay, ma'am.
For example, cholesterol is a type of steroid. Okay, so I was talking about essential fatty acids. So why we call them essential? Because they cannot be produced inside our body. We cannot produce them inside our body. That's why we call them cholesterol or essential fatty acids. The examples are linolenic acid, omega-3 fatty acids. So that's why during dieting some people think कि हम बिल्कुल fat free diet खाएंगे, it will be so healthy. Let me tell you, it's not at all healthy. Body requires some amount of fat also. So you need to eat a balanced diet which should have some amount of fat also. Without fat, if you are taking any diet, that will give you a problem in future. Okay. So that's all from my side. Today we finished carbohydrate. We learned about lipid. Tomorrow we will start learning about the proteins. Any question regarding the part I taught to you? Anyone?
मैम एक बार 18 रिपीट करो ना।
कौन सा बेटा?
चाइटिन।
What? Pakitin.
Ma'am, he is saying chitin.
Chitin. Okay. Chitin is a type of polysaccharide. Chitin or cutin?
काइटिन मैम।
Chitin is a type of polysaccharide. It's a type of heteropolysaccharides that is found in in the cell wall of fungus.
Okay, ma'am.
Anything else? Anyone?
मैम
Yes, Yashvi.
मैम वो प्रेनोज और फर्नोज होते हैं, वो रिंग स्ट्रक्चर के टाइप्स है।
क्या फॉर्मेशन होता है?
प्रेनोज एंड फर्नोज।
Pyranose and furanose, I think you are talking about.
यस मैम, वो रिंग स्ट्रक्चर के टाइप्स होते हैं।
हाँ, टाइप्स होते हैं पायरानोज एंड फ्यूरानोज। एक्चुअली ये जो हेमी एसिडल फॉर्मेशन होता है ना, जिसमें एक 6 मेंबर्ड रिंग बनता है, कल मैंने आपको बताया था, ग्लूकोज जब ओपन फॉर्म चेन फॉर्मूला जब रिंग बनाता है, उस स्ट्रक्चर को बोलते हैं पायरानोज स्ट्रक्चर, बिकॉज इट इज सिमिलर टू द पायरन रिंग। ये जो रिंग्स होते हैं ना, इनके नाम होते हैं, पता है? जैसे अगर 6 कार्बन से बना हुआ एक हेक्सागोनल रिंग होगा जिसमें ऑल्टरनेट में डबल बॉन्ड होगा, दैट इज नोन एज बेंजीन रिंग। मैंने आपको सिखाया है, नहीं आपको नहीं सिखाया है, बस टीचिंग इन ग्रेड 12। एडिन एंड गुआनिन में एक 5 मेंबर्ड रिंग होती है, दैट इज कॉल्ड इमिडाजोल रिंग। वैसे ही ये जो 6 मेंबर्ड रिंग होती है जिसमें एक कॉर्नर में एक ऑक्सीजन रहता है, दैट इज कॉल्ड पायरानोज। और अगर एक 5 मेंबर्ड रिंग हो जिसमें एक ऑक्सीजन रहता है एट वन कॉर्नर, वी कॉल इट फ्यूरानोज।
ओके मैम।
Anything else? Anyone?
मैम
Yes, beta.
मैम हम जो ये सारे स्ट्रक्चर ड्रॉ करें तो हमको वो सारे लर्न करने या
नहीं,
फिर
बिल्कुल
मतलब
नहीं।
हमारे समझ
हाँ, समझने के लिए roughly you can draw, especially for that part, this one. Isomers के लिए तो it will be difficult for you if you don't draw. Okay, but no one is going to ask you as such in examination about these structures.
ओके मैम
For NEET, it is different. They may ask you the details. Anything else? Anyone? So I am closing the lecture. We will meet tomorrow and study about protein. Okay. Bye to all.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye,
Bye,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Bye, beta. Good.